Not just these houses of worship that could be welcoming migrants.
That's right. Mayor Adams also suggesting today that the city could pay people to house migrants in private residences. Sharon Crowley has more on the mayor's idea and whether he has the power to actually make it policy. Sharon.
Yeah, Steve, New Yorkers willing to take in an asylum seeker into their home could be paid by the city for doing just that. It's a hypothetical right now. The mayor's considering every option as he looks to find new ways to house thousands of newcomers who continue to arrive in the city each week.
When are these Democrats going to admit that an open border policy is wrong, it's bad, and something needs to be fixed? The Biden administration is insistent that the border is secure. We all know that is not true. And we're seeing it all over the country in states like California, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, etc. But in New York, Eric Adams, the big sanctuary city mayor, now wants private residents to house illegal migrants in their homes. Are you kidding me right now? They're offering to pay private residents to house illegal migrants. And all of a sudden, they have money for this, but they don't have money to keep them anywhere else. This is what they wanted, and now they want everyday New Yorkers to deal with it.
The closer we bring the asylum seekers and the migrants to everyday New Yorkers, the easier it will be for them to transition into society.
Mayor Adams saying he's open to paying private homeowners to put up asylum seekers. Right now, it's just an idea that he's floating.
It's cheaper and it's a good investment for us to go to a family and assist them instead of placing people in large congregate settings or in these emergency hotels.
Each week, thousands of single adults and families arrive here on buses from border states. The mayor says finding housing for everyone has become increasingly difficult. He recruited faith leaders to open up churches, synagogues, and mosques. And now the mayor is considering taking things a step further by asking private homeowners to share their space. The mayor says any New Yorker willing to house migrants would be paid by the city.
Technically, short-term rentals of 30 days or less are illegal in New York City. So if this is going to be something less than 30 days, they would have to change the existing law.
New York City civil rights attorney Ken Belkin says the mayor could issue an executive order to temporarily change laws.
Given the state of the crisis with the influx of migrants into New York City, it's unprecedented, and I do think his emergency powers would allow him to make an executive order to do this.
So yeah, they are willing to pay residents to house illegal migrants. They'd rather do that than all the blue states, all the mayors, all the governors get together and insist that the Biden administration do something about the open border. We don't know who these people are. We don't know if they're criminals. We don't know if they're drug dealers. We don't know if they're wanted felons. We know nothing. But they are asking everyday New Yorkers to house these people in their homes so they don't have to pay large amounts of money to hotels or convention centers or whatever. But all of a sudden, they have money to pay residents when they were complaining that it's costing so much to house them in hotels. Where's this money coming from? Did they just find it? Did they open a vault in City Hall and find millions of dollars? This is a problem that started in Washington, D.C., and this is a problem that will end in Washington, D.C., when they admit that they are at fault for letting thousands upon thousands of people into this country illegally. There is a way to come here. There's a legal way, but they don't want anybody to have to wait. God forbid you have to wait to do something that is the law. You cannot come into this country illegally, but the Democrats don't seem to mind. And it's funny, Adams said he wants the migrants to get closer to everyday New Yorkers so then they can transition easily into society. What does that even mean, transition into society? Where are they going to go in the long term? Are they going to get jobs, or is the city going to just pay them to stay in the United States? This is one of the most outrageous ideas that I've heard since this crisis started, when Joe Biden took office. First it was IDs for voting is bad, it's racist, it should be illegal. And then all of a sudden, thousands upon thousands of migrants are coming into the country. So is that a plan? Could be a plan, right? To let these people in, wherever states they go to. When there's an election, just let them go vote. They don't have to speak a word of English. Let them vote. Right? Sounds like a Democratic ploy. How can you possibly put the safety of everyday New Yorkers at risk that you're going to allow, or you want them to allow, illegal migrants into their homes when no one knows their background? A lot of the people coming through the border are single men. And there are lots of families, yes, but the majority are single men. There's no checks, there's no backgrounds. They have no idea what the background history is of these people, but they are willing to risk the safety of private homeowners or people who live in apartments to allow someone to sleep in their spare room and live with them. Is this not the most ridiculous thing that these Democrats have come up with yet? They will not admit that they were the big sanctuary cities, the sanctuary states. We welcome them, we embrace them with open arms. But now they want to, yeah, you know what? Go down to A Street, and Mr. and Mrs. Jones, they're going to let you sleep in their spare room. So just be nice, be good. Make sure you don't harm them. What the hell is that? This is the same thing in California, where old Gavin Newsom is talking about bringing charges against Ron DeSantis for kidnapping when he sent migrants on planes to Martha's Vineyard. Florida's not a sanctuary state. They didn't belong there. Massachusetts is. And Martha's Vineyard, they were oh so welcoming. They would let them come, we embrace them, we want them. Those people landed on their island, and within the first 24 hours, they were looking for ways to get rid of them, and they did. So where's all the compassion? Where's all the open arms? It's all nonsense. It's a left-wing Democratic push to allow as many people into this country as you can possibly let, and just let them roam free. And then if you know where they are, maybe the government can cut them a check. Oh, and then when there's an election, make sure they go vote. This is the United States of America that I myself don't know. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, where they are welcoming untold numbers of people seeking asylum. And again, I get where they come from is bad. They might be war-torn countries or whatever. But do it the right way. Put policies in place where you can accommodate thousands of people the right way. But they will refuse to do that, and they'll refuse to admit that the border is wide open and anybody and everybody is welcome no matter what. So I hope, for one, that this thing Adams wants to do does not go forward, because you heard the civil rights attorney. He has the power, executive power, to make an order where you can stay in a private residence less than 30 days or longer than 30 days, because I guess there's a law where short-term rentals are illegal. But they may be able to change that and force people to house illegal immigrants. What about these people's livelihood, their children? We don't know if these people are going to be safe. And quite frankly, I don't think the Democrats care, because we've seen all too many times they put America last, okay? Everything illegal, migration, illegal aliens, whatever they want to call them, they're putting American citizens last, and they're putting illegal migration first. That's one of the biggest policies of this White House. Everybody from every other country is more important than the United States. And we've seen it with all the money being funneled to Vlad in the Ukraine to fight a war that we have nothing to do with. This administration, from top to bottom, from day one, has failed the American people, and they're continuing to do it. And now their counterparts in all these blue states, all the sanctuary cities, now they want to put private residents on notice that you may be able to house illegal migrants, and we're going to give you a little bit of money to help you out with your bills. It's absolutely insane. These people need to be voted out of office. They need to be removed from public life because they cannot run their jurisdictions, if you will. They are doing everything in their power to push it off on somebody else. They're basically saying, well, these people are coming over the border through Texas and through Arizona. You deal with it. We don't want nothing to do with it. You want to send us 10 or 15 or a couple of hundred, that's fine. But busloads? Oh, no, we didn't ask for this. Well, I'm sorry, but you did ask for it when you had your arms open and everybody's welcome. It's absolutely a disgrace what's happening in this country, and it needs to stop, and it needs to be fixed. And that's it. If you haven't already liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. Share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. I hope everybody's healthy and safe, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.